Hi. So many people, 2 days, I was not able to actually deliver my speech over here regarding economics topic, as I was quite busy with my another topic which I have recently started to discuss motivational speech on YouTube. So actually, basically, right now I'm a HR consultant and I have to motivate some organization and some employees over here in my city. So actually I remain very busy with my this sort of activities. So I have got several messages from your end that you people are requiring videos from my end, and it is my pleasure. I'm feeling blessed that you people require my video to for the economics topics here, for a relative discussion. So today, actually, last video was I produced was regarding some demand related issue. Okay, the demand function, I whatever I can remember, last 3 days I was not able to connect with you through videos, just because I was quite busy with my that particular motivational speech for some corporate organizations, and was uploading some videos to that particular part. Also, you can also subscribe to that motivational speech of that particular channel. So the thing is that so that you can be motivated regularly on a regular basis. So the thing is that actually today I will be discussing with the function of supply function. So what is supply? What is an individual supply? What is a corporate or firm supply? And what is supply function? What factors affecting these functions? We will be discussing today with all these aspects. So what is supply? Individual supply. Individual supply is that at a constant price what the individual requires to, at a particular price what an individual seller wants to sell, that is individual supply. And what is firm supply or market supply? At a particular price the aggregate of individual supplies, or the aggregate of the market supply is called the market supply. The aggregate decision to supply a good at a particular price by all the suppliers in the market is called market supply. Okay, so clear? Whenever an individual seller is selling something at a constant price, this is the individual supply. And whenever all the suppliers in the market decide to supply a particular commodity at a constant price is called the market supply. So basically the market supply is the summation of individual supply in the market. Okay. So if we see supply function just like demand is also a function of price. How? If the price of the commodity, if any price, you can say any price of the commodity rises, its supply also rises, because firms are thinking that it is profitable to supply these goods more because the demand is high and the price is rising. I'm not considering demand, the price is rising. Price of that particular commodity is rising, so it would be very much profitable to produce this commodity more and to supply this commodity more in the market. Clear? So there is a direct relationship between supply and price. That is, if price rises, supply will rise. Price falls, the producer's point of view, they will think that it would be not profitable to produce these things in a greater amount and to supply these things in a greater amount in the market. Clear? I think absolutely clear. So demand is a inverse relation. Demand is that particular thing which is having the inverse relationship with price, and when other things remains constant. And here also supply is a thing which is having a one-to-one relation, that is a direct relation with price when other things remaining constant. So other things remaining, what is this? Taste and preference, income of the consumer, demand preference of the consumer, you may say prices of other commodities. All these things are producer's goal, producer's motive. Okay, so all these things are, whenever they are constant, then supply is a direct function of price. Now, supply. What factors affect supply in the market? What factors? There is a relationship of supply with factors of production. What is factors of production? Through which we produce things in the market. That is land, labor, capital, organization. These are factors of production, through which we produce the thing and supply it to the market. So say factor of production has been raised. Labor is much more higher. Labor charges are much more higher. Land has become very much costly thing in this world. So what would be that particular thing over the supply function? Supply will automatically be falling, because from the producer's point, they will think that factors of production through which I am making these goods and services, that has become higher. So my cost of production has been higher. So it would not be that much profitable with this cost of production to supply goods in the market at an earlier price. So supply of that production will fall automatically. Secondly, it affects the goals of the individuals or goals of the supplier. If suppliers set a goal that they can, you may say, they can sacrifice some of the profits to supply the goods constantly, it affects the supply function from producer's point. Thirdly, technological concept. If there is an invention of technological point of view, if we invent some more beautiful technology, supply of that particular commodity will rise. How? With that particular technology, I can produce my product. Factors of production have become very cheap, and I will be able to produce more of that commodity into the market. So the supply will rise. Supply of that commodity will rise. Because in one hand, my factor of production has become cheap due to the technological invention, and secondly, from other point, the technological invention, I am able to produce more of that commodity. So these are the factors which are affecting the supply function. Clear? So supply is a function of price, we can say. Supply, quantity supply, QS equal to function of price. So today we will be discussing this much, and tomorrow we will be drawing the supply function in a graph, and we'll do the board work. Till then, bye bye.